Hello students. In this session we are going to discuss about linear equations in one variable. Okay. So now first of all let's see what are these linear equations and what are these one variables, and that's what we are talking about. So let's see. Here we have linear equation, okay, in one variables. Okay, linear equations in one variable. So now let's say, first of all, what is this variable? Right? Now, variable can be written as it's like whose value is not fixed. Right? So let's say if you say 36. So whether you say this number in Prayagraj, you say this number in Delhi, you say this number in New York, or even if you say this number is somewhere in outer space, that the value of this number will remain same. That will be 36 only. Right? Now the thing is like if we are talking about these kind of constant numbers, then this is called as a constant. Okay. But if we talk about age of a person, right? So age, it actually depends on person to person. For you, the perception of age may be something different. For your grandparents, the perception of age may be something else, right? So this is called as your variable. That means this age actually varies from person to person. Okay. Now the next thing is like this is something called as variable. Now the next thing is about linear equation. Linear equation is an equation whose degree is 1. Degree is 1 means like it do not require any term which is related to square or cube or to the power 4 or something like that. All the variables which are involved in the linear equation with one variable, whether it is x or it is y or it is z or it is a or it is b or whatsoever, right? The thing is like all of them will have power to the raised to the power of 1 only, right? So if we discuss a few examples of this linear equation in one variable, we can write an example like 3x plus 4 equal to 7. This is a linear equation, right? We have only one variable, linear equation in one variable, so we have only one variable, x. This x is always raised to the power 1. That means it is a linear equation. So this is an example of linear equation in one variable. Right? Is that clear so far? So now, before I go ahead and start taking some examples, let me discuss a few rules. Right? So the first rule is associated to addition. Right? Or the thing is addition, or you can check it like if we are going to add two numbers, that means positive number is added to positive number, the result will be addition. Okay, and the sign of these two numbers will be the positive one. That means it will take the sign of the greater number. The result will take the sign of the greater number. So for example, like if we have 4 and we have 3. So if we do not have any symbol over here, then means it is considered as positive number. Alright? If you do not have plus or minus somewhere here, so it will be considered as a positive number. Okay. So now yeah. So now the thing is like 4 plus 3. So both of them are positive, so addition will take place. So this will become 7. and out of 4 and 3, this 4 is greater than 3, right? And it has a positive sign here, so the sign of the 7 will also be positive, right? Now, if we're trying to add positive number with negative number, right? If we try to add, we have one positive number and we have one negative number. So the operation involved over here will be subtraction. Okay, subtraction. And the sign over here will be the sign of greater number, right? So let's take an example. If we have a number -5 plus 2, right? So this is minus, this is plus, right? So the thing is like addition of positive number with a negative number results in subtraction. So what is the output? 5 minus 2 will be 3, right? And the result will carry the sign of a greater number. So in terms of value, 5 is greater than 2, right? So obviously, and 5 has a negative sign, so this output will get a -3 over here. Right? I hope the concept is clear to you. And the same kind of concept is applicable to the subtraction also. Okay. Now, I took an example like if we have a positive number and if we try to subtract this another positive number, so what happens? Positive and negative will result in negative. Right? So the positive number and then another positive number which becomes negative because of the vicinity of this negative sign. So let's take an example like if we have 4 minus 7. So no doubt 7 is actually positive number. But once you open the bracket, this will become 4 minus 7. Right? Now again you can come back to this rule, that is positive and negative. It will be subtraction and the sign of that result will be the sign of the greater number over here. So 7 minus 4 is 3 and the sign of over the 7 is minus, so the output will be -3, right? So this is the rule of addition or subtraction. In the similar way, like if we talk about multiplication. Multiplication. In multiplication, positive multiplied by positive will be positive. Positive multiplied by negative will be negative. Negative multiplied by negative will be positive, right? So these are the cases that we need to memorize. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's say -3 multiplied by -2. So 3 to the 6. Now about the sign, this is minus multiplied by minus will be plus. Minus minus plus. So the output will be 6. Alright. If we have 5 multiplied by -2, this will be 10 and the minus will be -10 because plus minus minus plus minus minus. So this will become -10. Okay. Now if we have a kind of a special case for addition here. So let's say we have two numbers, like one is a negative number and we add this negative number with another negative number. So the result will be negative, negative, it will be addition. And again, the sign taken over by will be the number, the result sign of the result will be the sign of a number which is greater than these two numbers, right? So after, let me cover this addition part once again over here. It's like, let's say, if we have -3 and we add it with -7, so 7 plus 3, that is 10, and the sign that the greater number is having is minus, so its output will be minus 10. So just remember these formulas. In case of addition, plus, you have to go for plus. If you have plus and adding minus, you have to go for minus. If you have plus multiplied by plus I mean a positive number. Okay. So the what will be the sign we will be having? It will be positive. If we have plus minus, so we will be having sign as negative. Okay. Then this is multiplication. Then let's say if we have minus and if we add with minus, so what we have to do is like we have to go for addition, and the sign that is carried out by the result will be the sign taken over by the greater number. Fine. Similarly, if we have minus multiplied by minus so again the sign will be positive, right? So these are the cases that we need to keep in mind, and obviously, like if you try this in a few questions, this will be really very helpful to for you to understand it. So let's try a few questions here. So let's say we have a question like we have to solve an equation like 5 minus 3 times of 5x plus 2 equals to 4 times of 7 minus 3x plus 1. If this is the equation that I'm having and I have to solve it. So do one thing. First of all, open all the concerned brackets here. Fine. So this will be 5 minus 3 5 is 15, right? And minus, and this one is plus. So if you multiply minus with plus, what will be the outcome? The outcome will be minus 15, right? 15x. Then again you have to multiply this minus 3 with plus 2. So first of all, in terms of magnitude, it will be 6. And minus multiplied by plus, it will be minus. Similarly, 7 4s are 28. This is straightforward. 4 3s are 12. So plus multiplied by minus, it will generate minus. And this will be 12x plus 1. Alright? Now do one thing. Just go ahead and put all the variables at the left hand side and all the constants at the right hand side. So you can mark it first of all minus 15x, right? And if you move this 12 to LHS, it will become plus 12x. I hope this point is clear to you. Like if you move something from or across the equal to sign, the sign will get changed, right? If you move anything across this equality sign, the sign of this particular number will be changed. So the negative becomes positive, right? Now equals to 28 plus 1. Now here it is minus 6. Once you move it to right hand side, it will become plus 6. Here it is plus 5. Once you move it to right hand side, this will become minus 5. Alright, so make very good care of this equality sign. If you move anything from here or across this equality sign, the sign of that particular number will get changed. So here we have minus 15x plus 12x. So what happens? It's something like let's say 15 and 15 is positive and 15 is negative, 12 is positive, right? So what we have discussed, while in case of addition, if we have minus and plus, so we have to perform subtraction, right? And the sign of the result will be the sign of the greater number. So 15 minus 12, that is 3x, right? And the sign of the greater number is minus, so it will be minus 3x, right? Now, just go ahead and add all of them here. So 28 plus 1, 29, 29 plus 6, 35, 35 minus 5, 30. So minus 3x equals to 30. Or we can write x equals to minus 30 upon 3, or it can be written as minus 10. Right? So this is how an equation is solved. So let me take one more example. Let's say, okay, now let's say we have an equation like 4x 4x plus 3 upon 7 equals to rather plus 2 equals to x plus 5 upon 2. Okay, so just go ahead and do one thing. Just first of all, 4x plus 3 upon 7 plus 2, put it into the bracket and make a cross product, right? So this divided by 2, once it moves out of this equal to sign, it will become multiplied by 2, right? And here this was x plus 5, fine. So once you make a cross multiplication, this 2 will come to this position, and since here it was getting divided, and this case here it will be multiplied. Okay, now let's go ahead. So just take LCM first of all. 4x plus 3 plus 14 into 2, and that should be equal to x plus 5. Fine. Now, under this point, just go ahead and get it 4x plus 17 upon 7 into 2, that will be equal to x plus 5. Okay, then it will become, just multiply it, 4 to the 8x plus 17 to the 34. And here what you can do is move this 7 over here. So here it is getting divided. So once it moves, it crosses the equality sign, it will be multiplied to the 7x plus 5. Okay, this will be 8x plus 34, 7x plus 35. Right? Now just move this, as I have already told you, just put some variables at the left hand side and constants at the right hand side. So if the movement across the equality sign is taking place, so obviously, like in that case, the sign conversion will take place. So 8x will remain same because it is already there. No movement is reported here. But this plus 7x will become minus 7x, right? And here 35 will remain there, this one, and 34 will move to this location. So this will become minus 34, right? 8x minus 7x equals to 35 minus 4, right? So this will be x equal to 1. 35 minus 34, that will be 1. So this is your solution, right? So x equal to 1 will be your answer. I hope this point is clear to all of you, and now you will be able to perform some kind of task over the given expression. Fine. Now let's see how we can apply this concept of linear equation in one variable. So the thing is, like, we might face different kind of word problems. So in order to tackle the word problem, the first and most important point is, like, you should try to understand what is expected from you in the given question. Okay. So let's take one example here. Let's say, okay, that the question is two numbers are in the ratio of 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? So two numbers are there which are in the ratio of 5:3. So let ratio be 5:3, right? So yeah, and let's say let first number be 5x. Therefore, second number be, right? Then only you will be able to get this kind of ratio. Divide 5x by 3x, you will get 5:3. That's it. Okay, what the question is saying to you, that these two numbers are actually differ by 18, right? So let's take a bet of this. 5x minus 3x equals to 18. 5x minus 3x will be 2x equal to 18. And so this cross multiply will be 18 upon 2. It will become 2 9s are 18. So the output of x will be x equal to 9. Right? So this x equal to 9. So the first number you will be getting is 5x, that is 45. Okay? And 3x, that is 27. Well, so this is how you can go ahead and calculate the speed of your concerned, concerned person, right? So this is how you are supposed to solve the given question. Everything will be given to you in a question. You just have to read it carefully. If required, just go ahead and write it as well, and you will be able to do it properly. Okay. So this is something you have something about your kind of linear equation in one variable. Now, after that, we will study about linear inequations or inequalities. So linear inequalities are, we will discuss it very soon. Till then, have a nice time ahead and take a very good care of yourself. Bye bye.